guys, welcome back to my channel. Sass here. I'm here to do another review recap of Love After Lockup. Last night episode was boring. I mean, it just was. It wasn't, not a lot happened, so let's just get into it. Alright, let's start with Clint. Alright, Clint is still whining and crying over Tracy. You know, he says there's been a couple of days and he knows that she's in jail. He just don't know where. So he goes and visits with an attorney. The attorney picks up the phone and boom, boom, boom. He calls the correct jail. And they said, oh yeah, she was in jail here, but you know, she got released at 3 o'clock. And here's Clint. Oh. Honey, the attorney summed it up perfectly. The attorney said, well, that's all you need to know. I mean, she got released and she didn't bother to call her husband. You know, so the attorney was like, look, what's the end goal here? Okay. What do you want out of this? What did she want out of this? Did she want to get married? And Clint was like, oh yeah, she wanted to get married. It was her idea. He was like, well, let me tell you something, dude. Okay. In New Mexico, all right, when people get married, whatever you have, your spouse have. Community property, all right? So, if she racks up a debt, it's your debt. You will be garnished. Okay, so Clint was like, oh my God, that rental car. Yes, that lovely rental car that you have, Clint. And you know, and Clint's talking about, you know, don't know where the rental car is. They're going to charge me, you know, all these days of having this car, and it'll probably be $21,000. He would probably have to end up buying this car. But my question to you guys, the rental company, why don't they just contact the police? I mean, when you rent a vehicle, you're supposed to have the vehicle back at a certain time. Well, that vehicle is not back at a certain time. Why don't they just call the cops? Is that, what am I missing here, y'all? Is that dumb? I mean, so the rental company just gonna let this car just float? Well, I guess if they gonna get $21,000 out of it, but anyway. So the attorney was like, look, you know, this ain't working out. She didn't call you when she got out of jail. And maybe the best thing for you to do is to just get a divorce. Well, Clint, he goes leaving and he was like, you know what? He was like, you know, just because she's pretty, I can't have her walk all over me. I'm going to have to think about some things. Clint is exhausted, okay? Crackhead Tracy ain't thinking nothing about you, Clint. Because if she did, the minute she got released, she would have called you. Okay? So she's done moved on, and so do you. Keep on getting in debt over crackhead Tracy, child. Let's move on from Clint. I'm tired of Clint. Alright, let's talk about Lizzie and Scott. This is going to be short and sweet. Alright, we have Lizzie and Jasmine. It's the same old argument, okay? Jasmine don't like Scott. Jasmine don't like Scott. Jasmine don't like Scott. We get it, girl. We get it. Here's Lizzie trying to explain why she wants to marry Scott. And you know, Jasmine was like, why did you accept the ring? Well, because Scott is a good dude. Scott has taken care of me. Scott has treated me very well. All the other men I've been with has been trash boxes. Okay? They've only wanted me because of my body. She used the term use, y'all. Meanwhile, she had these pin-up penitentiaries going out to these dudes. Y'all, what did she do with that $800,000? That is a lot of money. What did she do with it? Did she just use it all on heroin or, what? Commissary? I mean, how many oodles and noodles can you eat? What did she use $800,000 of? I'm just blown by that. $90,000. anyway, so she's just telling Jasmine why she feels the need to marry this man. And Jasmine is over there pouting. Jasmine, again, I'm tired of saying this. Your mama didn't care nothing about you 20 years ago. Or ever how long ago, 15 years. And now all of a sudden you want to have a relationship with her? Okay. Alright. But you have to realize your mother's been in prison for 10 years. 10 years of your life. And before that, she threw you away like a rag. So why are you still arguing with this woman? This woman is going to do what she wants to do. Jasmine needs a life. Jasmine needs to go and find her own boyfriend. Jasmine needs to go and hang out with her friends. Jasmine just needs to just go on. Okay, if your mama want to spend time with you, your mama will spend time with you. Girl, you need to quit worrying yourself over your grown mama. We have Scott, okay? Scott and his mute son, honey, Adam, he spoke a lot this episode, y'all. He spoke. Okay, they gave him a good 3 minutes to speak. So, he was like, which bow do you like? His son was like, what are you talking about? What are these for? And Scott said, well, I bought her a car. The mute son was like, what? You bought her a car with what? You don't have any money. Where's this money coming from? You are going through all of your savings. Okay? Well, when you're spending through all your savings, and so Scott said, well, let me correct you there, son. Spent. Not spending. I have spent all of my savings, okay, with this woman. And he was like, well, how are you living? Well, what's going on? How are you doing this? And so Scott, you know, talk about his money situation. He's done sold a couple of cars. You know, he has nothing. He literally has nothing. And he done went and bought this woman a car. Scott is a special kind of special. All these men on this show are special. They are dumb. Okay, Clint is special. Okay, Scott is dumb. See the difference? Alright? So, Scott said, look, she needs a car. You know, I think I told her I would help her get back on her feet. So, I bought her a car. And so, the son's like, oh my God. Okay. He was like, well, I'm leaving. Okay? I have a life. I got to get back home. So, his son is like, you know, I want the best for my dad, but he has nothing. He's going through all his money, and it just is not going to work out. Okay? Scott has done went through all his money for this woman. He has nothing. He said that he got loans everywhere. He owes everybody money for this woman. And yet and still, he can't get his teeth fixed. You can buy a whole car. You can spend $9,000, but you sit down looking like somebody can jump rope through your teeth. Let's move on. All right. Speaking of no teeth, let's talk about Caitlyn and Matt. All right. Caitlyn, y'all, she got her a job. Y'all, she got her a job. Shout out to my boy Dorian. Praise break. Dorian said, honey, Caitlyn got her a job. Praise break. She is meeting with a realtor. She's at an apartment. Real cute place. You know, it's enough for her and Matt. And she's talking about how her friend hooked her up with a job. And how, you know, they've been staying at his mom's place 2 weeks. Too long. They have overstayed their welcome 13 days too long. Okay? So, she's like, I'm ready to get out of there. Hopefully, you know, this will motivate him to get going, get a job. And so, she's telling the realtor. He has a lengthy criminal history. And so, the realtor seemed real cool. He was like, well, that's okay. I'll look into it. You know, I like to give people second chances. So, it should be okay. So, of course, Matt, he's late, okay? So, he shows up. And so, the guy, the realtor, was like, okay, well, let me show you around. Now, the apartment is about this big to this big. So, it wasn't too much of showing around. So, the realtor was like, okay, I'll let y'all talk. So he goes outside, and Caitlyn was like, what's with your attitude? Okay, you're late. You don't seem like you even care. And here is the same old excuse. Matt, okay? Lazy, unmotivated Matt. The same excuse. Well, in prison, I didn't have to do any of this stuff. In prison, I didn't have responsibilities like bills, looking at apartments, getting a job. I didn't have to worry about that in prison. In prison, I could just sleep. In prison, the only thing I have to worry about is 3 hots and a cot. That's all I had to worry about. I don't feel bad for Caitlyn. I don't feel bad for none of these fools. I definitely don't feel bad for Caitlyn. Caitlyn, he is literally standing in front of your face and telling you, I am no good. That is what he's saying. He is literally, look at you saying, look, I ain't no count. I still want to stay with my mama. Now, do y'all remember when he was still locked up and Caitlyn told him that, they were going to stay with his mom, until they get up on their feet. You remember that little fit that he threw? That temper tantrum that he threw? Oh my God, I don't want to stay with my mama. Oh, I don't want to stay with my mama. And now, look at him. It's real comfortable now having your mama wash your drawers, cook your food, clean your room. A 28-year-old man. But it's all good now to stay with your mama. So, of course, they're going back and forth. Of course, Matt is heeing and hawing, talking about, I don't know if this is a good decision. I'm overwhelmed. And Caitlyn, she got frustrated. And she says, I don't even know if he wants to move on. She says, I want to get married and I want to have babies. I would need for someone to check on Caitlyn's stability, her mind. This guy is literally standing there and spitting in your face, and you want to talk about a wedding. She even went wedding dress shopping and babies. That's Caitlyn and Matt, okay? They didn't get that apartment. They left, okay? They left. So, now let's talk about Latino Heat and Brittany. This part was an absolute, it was so stupid. This whole thing was stupid, okay? So Latino Heat and Brittany are on their way to meet Amanda, okay? Now, last week, we see Latino Heat raise a fist, just stomp his feet, and he threw a temper tantrum because Brittany had been in contact with Amanda, done brought her back to the hotel with his space, as he says it. And now this week he cool with Brittany meeting up with Amanda? You expect me to believe that? Okay, so Latino Heat was like, well, I'm cool with y'all, with meeting her, but just as long as she knows I'm your man, that you're my woman. Okay, just as long as she knows that, Latino, he always put on this persona of being big, bad, and tough. I'm Mr. Tough Man. No, you're not. You're not tough, because if you were tough, you wouldn't agree to go meet this woman. So, I don't know, they're at a restaurant. Amanda's sitting there. They show up. Amanda had no idea that Brittany was bringing Latino Heat. Okay, here's Brittany giggling, smiling, flirting. She's feeding Amanda. And so Latino Heat was like, well, this is my girlfriend. And so Amanda said, when we were in jail together, okay, she was with me and she was with you, okay? And so Brittany was like, no, that timeline ain't working out, okay? We got moved to different facilities, okay? We broke up. And so Amanda was like, well, you had some other girlfriends too. So what are you talking about? So there's some miscommunication about when they were together, when they broke up, how long they've been together. is Amanda still thinks Brittany as her girlfriend. Amanda do not see Latino Heat and Brittany together. Okay? That's what Amanda thinks. Amanda's like, you're not going to marry this man. Why am I here? Exactly. Why are you here? So, Brittany's mind is, oh, I'm going to be with Latino Heat, but Amanda, I just want you to sleep with you. I want us to have a threesome. Honey, Brittany wants that threesome so bad she can't even stand it. So Brittany and Amanda are outside smoking. Okay. Here comes Latino Heat. Everything okay? Alright. Here is Brittany still flirty. And so here's Latino Heat. You know, we're going to have to, set some boundaries. Okay. There's some boundaries that shouldn't be crossed. We got to establish some boundaries. And here comes Brittany. Okay. She kisses Amanda right dead in the mouth. Totally disrespected Latino Heat. Okay? Latino Heat couldn't even get his mind right. Honey, the cigarette was falling out of his mouth. He was fumbling. He was like, oh my God. Big bad Latino Heat did absolutely nothing. He did nothing. He just sat there and let his woman kiss another woman. So Amanda was like, that's it. Okay, that's it. Brittany was talking about let's go back and screw. All this stuff. Amanda said, girl, if you don't get up out my face, Amanda bounced. And Amanda said, I'm not having any part of this. Okay. I want Brittany to be my girlfriend. I'm not going to share her with Latino Heat. Okay. She wants her cake and eat it too. So she leaves. And here's Brittany and Latino Heat. And she was like, I didn't leave. You see? I didn't leave. I stayed. Remember that? I stayed. And so Latino Heat was like, yeah, you stay with me. And then they kissy. And then Brittany was like, oh, well, I need to tell her bye. So she goes and runs in the parking lot. She tracks down Amanda and hug. And she was like, don't leave. I want to screw you. I want to screw you. Amanda was like, girl, get out of my face. This whole situation was stupid. Okay. I hope Amanda don't show up again. I really do. I'm tired of this. I'm tired of them. Because this was dumb. It was dumb. Here, Latino Heat, big bad Latino Heat, this is my woman. I'm not going to have anything come between us. And you're going to let your woman kiss another woman on her mouth. And you do absolutely nothing. I'm done. The trio of fools. We have Megan, who is crying because, being with an ex-con has its limitations. And one of the limitations is they have to run home before they get in trouble with the PO. So she's crying. She's leaving Niagara Falls. She calls her dad, and her dad was like, why are you leaving so early? So she tells a story about how Michael, had to get home early so he wouldn't get in trouble with his PO. And her dad was like, well, this is what happens when you date an ex-con. And she was like, yeah, I know. Her dad seems like such a good guy. I mean, I don't feel bad for Megan. You have been warned, okay? And here you have lost your virginity to this lump of nothing. To a liar. Let's get to these two fools, okay? So Michael finally shows up after 2 days. After 2 days, he finally shows up. Okay, Sarah's there. Sarah's friend is there. And Sarah's like, where have you been? I have been calling the hospitals. I have been calling the jail. I thought something was wrong. Here's Michael. Oh, man, don't be talking about that. Oh, man, don't start in with me. I'm good. I don't even want to hear nothing you have to say, man. Okay, it's all good, man. Michael, if you don't shut up, if you just don't shut up, I just wanted to headbutt him. Just one good time. Okay? Michael is... So, Sarah gets upset, okay? So Michael, he didn't even want to hear it. He didn't want to talk about it. Sarah's like, no, we are going to talk about it. So they sat down on the couch. And here's her friend. Her friend was like, well, y'all are still trying to figure each other out. Pop! Stomp your brakes. No, Fred. Okay, figure each other out. This is not a couple that just met. They have a whole child together. Before Michael went to prison, they had a relationship. They had time to figure each other out. He was only gone for 2 years, what, a year and a half? They didn't just meet. And then here's Michael. Well, you know, ever since I got out, she's been getting on my nerves. You know, it's always battling with her. It's arguing with her. Fool, you've only been out for a week. How's she getting on your nerves? And then here is silly, naive Sarah. Okay? I don't know what's happening. He don't listen to me. He's been gone for 2 days. What's we doing? She's not seeing what's in front of her. That your husband is a liar. Okay? He never did tell her where he had been. He never said that. He never told her where he had been. So, they go outside and they're talking. And he was like, you know, so Michael said, you know, some women, when they get upset, they will go to the PO and make up this lie. And plus I have a child with her and she'll try to take my daughter away from me. You working on that yourself, Michael. Talk about you wanting to marry Megan and still married. So they go back into the apartment. All right. Sarah still don't know where Michael been the 2 days. She's still making excuses. Her friend is still there. Her friend is a soldier. Because I tell you what, the minute he would walk through that door, I would have said, peace. I would have went right on out that door. I wouldn't want to be involved in that mess, all that hollering and crying and sniffling. Absolutely not. So Sarah goes outside. She's sitting on the steps. She's crying. Her friend is like, I just cannot believe this. This is just, Her friend is trying to talk to her. Here comes Michael. Okay. So Michael is standing there and he's like, come here, mama. All 5'4" of them. So Sarah stands up. She's bawling. And he's like, don't cry. It's going to be all good. I don't want to argue with you. Don't. Come here, mama. So then he proceeds to put the wedding ring back on Sarah's hand. Her friend is just a shovel. You see her friend? Her friend's like, let me get my purse. I just cannot believe this. They were just arguing and now he done put the ring back on her finger. And she's like, I just gotta, her friend was all tore up. So anyway, that's that, y'all. That is that. And can y'all imagine the neighbors? They are standing right there at the neighbor's door. I bet the neighbor was like, what is going on? I bet they was all up. I bet they were like this. What's going on? They were probably all up in that peephole. And I will open up that door and say, if you don't get your ass away from my door, you better. I don't want to hear this mess. Okay, I'm trying to watch TV. Anyway, that's it, guys. That was the episode. Let me know. Okay, I want my comment section on fire. Because I want to understand the whole Latino heat, Amanda and Brittany. So, do y'all think it was as dumb as I thought it was? I mean, y'all let me know. Alright, light it up. Okay, light it up. Don't forget to leave a like, a comment, and subscribe. Also, follow me on Instagram, Twitter. I have a Facebook. It's at the beginning of the intro. And I'll leave a link down below. And until next time, friends, bye.